Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and once again it's time for a lower body day, and I'm enjoying these shorter, more intense workouts. And I know some people are going to be like, is this really enough? But yeah, the data says that it is, real world experience says that it is. Absolutely, and I'm running with it, and enjoying it. So I actually showed some of my warm-up reps today just because this vlog is so short. The only thing I skipped was my first set. I did a 225 set on the squat first. So for the squatting, I'm doing high bar. I wanted to so that I could put 4 wheels aside on instead of using the squat bar. I broke out my power bar, used my Texas power bar because I wanted to do a quality set with 405. Just using high bar. And here's the thing, I'm finding the high bar, all this is feeling good. Now that I'm really not going super hard on the upper body volume, but still keeping stuff in like the chins and other things. My shoulders are feeling really, really good, right? They're feeling really good right now, particularly with the way that I'm benching and everything. So the high bar actually feels decent. I was able to get into position really easy. It was nice and comfortable. And put 405 on and managed to squeeze out about 5 reps. I think I got 5. Yep. And I would like to focus on just getting a hair deeper on these, but because I'm using a fairly narrow stance with high bar, I'm still getting a good amount of length in position on the quads. Although, I think if I'm going to mess with just 405 here for a bit, I do want to work on that set quality, right? I think it would be a good idea. Yeah, I'd like to do that. And see if we can work on getting deeper there. All right, working getting a little deeper, but again, quality set, same thing. Went over for the deadlifts. This was my warm up, and people really are like, "That's really how you warm up for a deadlift?" Yeah, I throw 405 on the bar and do a rep, and then I'm usually ready to pull. I mean, if I'm going to pull 585 plus, I'll usually do like 1 rep with 495 also. But did my 1 rep, came over, put 500 on the bar, just did 5 quality reps. Now I did 6 last time, but I felt like the lockouts were a little weak. So I'm like, let me focus on rep quality. Okay, if we are going to keep this volume low, I need every set to be hard. I want to really focus on rep quality on things in general, because realistically, we only had like 9 work sets today total for my whole lower body. Now granted, we do 2 lower body days, and again, this is pretty hard stuff overall. But yeah, so we do one good set of squats, 1 good set of deadlifts, and then I come over and I superset my other stuff. So I did glute ham raises, and these are hard for 10s right now, especially if I deadlift first. I notice I can get 12s if I'm totally fresh, but when I'm coming in and deadlifting, totally different beast. So if I do rep work on deadlift first, my hamstrings are a little fatigued. So again, these are tough, but I'm right at the volume on these with what I'm doing that my hamstrings aren't cramping on me later. And I almost feel like that's an overtraining situation. Yes, I can do a lot of volume for hamstrings, but then I'm almost crippled later in the day just due to the cramping. It's not DOMs. But the other thing is, even with these moderated volumes, I'm getting arm DOMs on the arm work. Belt squats, I'm like, let's just focus on, I'm doing a nice narrow stance so that we get deep so that it's hamstrings to heels no matter what the hips do. Trying to focus on controlling these, getting to a good range of motion, controlling the negatives, okay, and taking these to pretty much limit sets. So I get about 8 reps. The 8th rep moved a little slow. On the second set though, I'm like, let me see if I can push it a hair further, right? And I took a couple seconds and managed to squeeze out a 9th rep. But on this, again, the first set, the 8th rep was slow, which tells me I had maybe 1 rep in reserve, which again is what I ultimately had when I went up to the next set. Okay, went up to the next set. So really for each of these, we just did 2 work sets of each of these, right? So we're right in that 8 to 10 rep range. We did 5s for the first 2. Now we're up at 8 to 10. And then I got maybe 20 plus reps on the next exercise, my finishers. And that's the thing. And that is really the thing. If we're going to do low volumes like this, I think it makes sense for us to do compound and isolation, a variety of angles and rep ranges. So when we look at what we know about the human body, we definitely know that doing 2 different exercises with the same amount of volume usually produces slightly more muscle growth. Okay, see where I'm going with this? So every muscle really kind of got 3 exercises, even if the sets were extremely low. Like really, a couple of those are just one high quality set. They all got three angles. I mean, 4 if we count the deadlifts for quads. Okay. We got a back squat for quads and adductors. We got the belt squat, and then I did leg extensions. All right, what about hamstrings? We got the conventional deadlift, glute ham raise, and a reverse hyper. Okay, it's a lot of angles. All the sets were hard. All these sets were challenging. So right here, noticing I took that break and then I did one more and it came up slow, and I did not have another rep. At least I don't think I did. Maybe I'm going to push these a little harder. But for me, that's the heaviest weight I've ever really used on the belt squats. All right, for these, I decided to go light. I'm like, let me just strip this down, and I want to focus on really doing these the difficult way. So I'm trying to control the swing. So every time it started trying to swing on me, I stopped it back again so that I could do this the hard way. Because the thing is, yeah, you guys have seen me do sets with 580 on here, but it's so much inertia because of the nature of this device that it's not giving me any more quality than what I'm getting right here. And this actually worked. I felt the burn, but I had to stop it a couple times and try to restart it. And I almost feel like I could actually strip this down further if I need to. I could take some weight off of here, and I might try to do that. So to see if I can make it really controlled. But that pretty much hit failure there on that set, and I don't know, it was 20 plus reps. When I'm focusing like that, really focusing like that, I am losing counter reps because I'm just focused on controlling it and squeezing the muscle. So again, that's to finish the quads. I wanted to finish the quads with just that one set of that isolation movement. And now that I felt that and went lighter, I do want to try both of these and see if I can take this weight down another 50% and get it really controlled. Get it really, really controlled. And I'll be curious how that feels different on the stimulus. So again, the big movements need to be heavy, but these small movements, we really should be chasing reps. I'm really wanting to chase control, just like I did yesterday for the curls, the laterals. I don't want to just be flinging weight on these isolation movements. I mean, I can move big weight on the squat, bench, deadlift, weighted chins. I don't need it on my isolation movements. And then I decided, even though, the vlog's technically long enough here, let me just do a set of abs on camera. And I also, definitely holding extra water in the loose skin just with some stuff going on. I think that's about to tighten up coming up. I think people will notice a difference. But again, made gains. Happy with the gains I've made. As you guys know from the earlier video, made some minor changes in diet. Well, not minor, adding more protein back in. Adding protein in, getting the sodium back under control. I'll start tightening up real fast. Because again, a lot of that's just a little bit of bloat. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I'll talk to you guys next time.